Now, listen, you guys, the elegance and the eloquence. Oh my goodness, Onika, she was out there doing a thing at Vogue, and we're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be talking about the Barbz crashing the Vogue site. Like, what is your problem, you guys? Oh my goodness, I know Vogue was like, what, just eaters? We're also going to be discussing about Paprika Spice, at the Victoria's Secret show, as well as Tyra Banks, walking, and Naomi Campbell seeming response to this. And Bongo Two's trailer is out. We're also going to be talking about a little tweet that Nicki Minaj decided to share with us. And there is said news that we are also going to be talking about, which is the news of, the passing of One Direction star Liam Payne. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the Tea Plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great. You guys, I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's team. So first of all, you guys, we're going to talk about Nicki Minaj. I think let us start with the Liam Payne news. So you guys, it is actually being reported that, well, he passed away at the age of 31 after reportedly falling from a balcony in Argentina. And it's very sad, you guys. 31, that's such a young person. And to see many people losing their lives like this over mental health is very sad, okay? Now, TMZ is actually being, questioned, and people are really putting them under fire right now because they decided to post, the happenings, pictures from the incident, and people feel like that's very inhumane to do, considering that this man also has family. Like, seeing pictures of their, loved one lying around on the internet like that is not a good thing. And I do understand how people feel, because there's got to be a line that we draw no matter who we are. It could be a magazine, it could be a tabloid, it could be an unprofessional, media platform, like an untrained media platform. But like, for the sake of the fact that you're human, I feel you have to just draw some lines, because you also wouldn't want anyone to do that to your loved one. And as things like passing away are very sensitive issues. So I do hope that whoever did that at TMZ, they really do face the consequences. But then it's not the first time that TMZ has gotten this amount of criticism. It's sad, you guys. But that being said, there are also pictures that are circulating of the alleged hotel room of this man. And if these pictures are true, yeah, it was a very, very dark, lifestyle that he was living, because you guys, there's a lot of traces of usation of, substances that I cannot mention. It's sad, you guys, honestly. But at the same time, people were also on the internet talking about how allegedly the man was an A word and was a pre-word. And so personally, I have not been following the man like that. Let me know what you think about this passing away, you guys, and let me know what you think could have taken him down this slippery slope, if indeed there was the usation of these substances. So may his soul rest in peace. Now, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Nicki Minaj and in Vogue, you guys, you know that, of course, Nicki Minaj was out there speaking at a Vogue event. And when I tell you that that entire conversation was engaging, just as I predicted, the amount of eloquence, the amount of clarity, the amount of elegance when she speaks is amazing and unmatched. It is a conversation that one can watch from the beginning to the end without actually getting bored, because she has a way of telling stories. She has a way of expressing herself that is just outright genius. That is something that's so uncommon with female rappers of this day. And for that reason, I'll always find all of her interviews actually pretty engaging. Okay. So that being said, she spoke about a lot of things. She also spoke about the Barbz and how they will always be superior. And she also took the time to talk about passion and how, having passion will ensure that, everything that what you do succeeds. She also did touch a little on the issue of doing things for competition, and I hope Bongo Two does learn something or two from what Nicki Minaj said about not doing things from competition. Oh my goodness, because yeah, she's obsessed with competing with everything that Nicki does. Okay, so yeah, I will just insert what she had to say about the Barbz and their passion, and then I will catch you after that.
That's a great question. I think before I signed and actually had a record deal, my fans were making a moment for themselves on Twitter. I had already given them a name. In fact, do you know that all these artists that give their fans names now, like when I started calling my fans the Barbz, there were no rappers naming their fans. There were only two people at that time, and I don't know which came first. I know Justin Bieber and Lady Gaga. They had Beliebers and Monsters. Those were that was it. That was it. Now every single human being that becomes an artist gives their fans a name. Even artists in other countries, I didn't even know that. Like some of the African artists that I love, when I would look into them, they would have names for their fan base. And I was like, whoa, yeah. So I didn't think it was something that would spread to the hip-hop community at all. But it doesn't matter, because the Barbz are still superior. Because the Barbz are still superior. They are different because what they do is they do it with passion. You know, if you do anything, it has to be rooted in love. So sometimes people do things and it's rooted in revenge or vengeance. And that doesn't really go anywhere. It doesn't take off. It does something for a moment, but that's that. But because the Barbz and I we really love each other, and also because they actually like my music, which people forget now too, that music is what's being sold. So if you do everything else right and you don't know how to make music or write a great song, it doesn't matter how big your butt is. It doesn't matter what brands you wear. In the root of everything has to be the talent and the passion. Understanding what you do and why. If you're only doing it to compete, it's going to come and go. Because the universe doesn't honor that. It honors that passion that you've always had inside of you, that you know that you're put here to do something. And you do it with all of yourself. You love doing it, that thing. Like music always seemed to be my rescue, my place, my go-to place, you know? Because
Well, there you heard that, you guys. And she also did speak about the tour and how she just wanted to connect with the Barbz, how the tour is going to be healing for her, and that she wasn't really expecting to be first of anything or highest selling anything. And she even says that, well, she didn't even know that she was in the running. And honestly speaking, it's beautiful. That's what exactly she has been talking about doing something out of love, out of passion, because when she went in there, she just wanted to reconnect with her Barbz. She, however, was able to break records. Okay, I will quickly insert that, and then I will catch you guys afterwards.
To me, of course, I wasn't expecting to have the highest anything, to be honest. I didn't even know that I was in the running. But even if I didn't have that, I would have been still so grateful, because the time that I spent with the Barbz at these shows, it was healing for me as well. They said it was healing for them, their inner child, but it was healing for something within.
Well, there you heard that, you guys. And I also did see a couple of pictures from the event. She took a couple of pictures with Anna Wintour, and even in the interview, they were joking about, the little buzz that she did, saying that, well, Anna should ensure that I'm on the cover and things like that. And just by looking at, Anna's body language, demeanor, when Nicki was talking about that, you can really tell that she has a love for this woman, and I loved to see everything about that. Now, the next thing that we are going to be, speaking about Vogue, you guys. So for a couple of minutes, the site was crashing nonstop, and some people were complaining, saying, "Oh my God, what is happening?" And I'm like, when have the Barbz ever attended or ever been interested in something and not crash it? Because they come in their numbers, they come in their masses, and I'm pretty sure Vogue was not prepared for the Barbz and what they are capable of doing. So honestly, it wasn't shocking to me, because where Nicki goes is where the Barbz go. Okay. Anyway, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about, still speaking about fashion. It seems like Ice Spice came out for the big Victoria's Secret show, and she was dressed in something that I was like, okay, I get it's Victoria's Secret, but what, girl, what is this? Okay. And somebody was making fun of her and said that, well, she looks like a G-boy. She looks like a dressed up G-boy. And it seems like Ice Spice saw that and she decided to clap back. And yeah, she responded with a picture which she quickly deleted. And I guess she had responded while she was in her feelings, and then probably realized that, it's not even worth it. She probably realized that it isn't worth it, because she posted and quickly deleted it. When I took the screenshot, I tried to go back and I realized that she had deleted that response to the tweet that, well, you look like a dressed up G-boy. At least she's got something entertaining, because I was beginning to wonder if she's still doing music. Like, listen, the way those Nicki texts and everything destroyed this woman's career needs to be studied. Listen to everyone. Don't be an ingrate and don't be delusional. Speaking about fashion, Tyra Banks. Yes, I wanted to talk about this yesterday. Tyra Banks was out there working for the Victoria's Secret show, and the last time she did so was like 20 years ago. And of course, it was such an iconic moment, in the culture, in the world of fashion. And so I think she did slay, in my own opinion. I did see some people criticizing, saying that, well, it seems like she gained. And I'm like, what do you expect? She's not the same woman that she was 20 years ago. Like, sometimes you guys, the standards that you hold these women to, I'm just like, do you think they're aliens or something? They're human beings just like you. The same way, if you get to 40, if you get to 50, you will not look the same way that you were looking when you were like 18 or 20. Do you get it? So personally, I do feel like she aced it. And I did see Naomi sort of, I guess that was a response or whatever, but she posted a snippet with that Tyra Banks. So I want to like, that song. And in that song, and then in that clip, you guys, she was basically co-signing the walk that the model had in the clip, and people were like, was this shade or stuff like that? And I'm like, listen, I do understand that Naomi right now is not your favorite person, but I don't think that she was being shady. If anything, the song says, I want to walk like Tyra. And in the clip, she's saying that it's a 10 perfect. She loves the walk of the model. So I think that was her saying, here are your flowers to Tyra Banks, in my own opinion, okay? Some people were also saying, why did they choose Tyra? Couldn't they afford Naomi and things like that? And I'm like, Naomi has got bigger fish to fry right now. While it's true that they probably don't afford Naomi's price, it is also true that she has a lot of fish to fry with, with the charity and everything, misappropriation of funds and everything that, she's being accused of. So I really don't think that she has the energy to be walking like that. But anyway, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Bongo Two. So yes, the Golden Horse Bongo Two trailer is actually out. Yeah, and it's pretty much everything that I expected. I remember when I told you guys when the news came out that she was going to be having a documentary, I did tell you that that documentary is going to be nothing but a pity begging, 1 hour of trying to convince us that she's the victim in all of this. Okay, so I'm not shocked when I saw the clips and how sad she is on, oh my God, this and that. I was like, oh my goodness, just as I predicted. And clearly, this is what this is about. Okay, like, I'm the victim. Look at me. I'm a survivor. I am this. I am that. And I'm just like, oh, bye. Okay. The next thing that we are going to be talking about, there is a tweet that Nicki Minaj shared on her Instagram, on Twitter. Oh my God. How can somebody share a tweet on Instagram? Sometimes I really be saying the most ridiculous things, you guys. But anyway, when everything was going down with the BETs giving her album of the year and everything, it seems like there is a picture that Nicki Minaj decided to tweet, and she said, "Show me the data." Okay. Now people are making different think pieces about this, with some people speculating that, well, this was shade towards the Transformer. She is basically saying that, well, where is your touring data? You ran around, went on a tour, made it look like we are on the same level and things like that. So show us the data. Where is the touring data? And people feel like that was shade towards Bongo Two. So yeah, let me know, you guys, in the comment section what you think about that. Who do you think that was directed to? And the next thing that we are going to be talking about, it seems like yesterday when Amon and Nicki did that station head, Ken Barbie caught caught wind of it, and he was not happy, I guess, by the fact that Nicki called him the Ugg Barbie or ugly or like whatever word like that. So this is what he said. He said, and a snapping turtle in a, panty could never discuss anything as far as looks. Glad someone finally gave you a moment though, yet it was still all about me. Okay, that was him clapping back at Amon Wiggins. You know that they've got their own little beef going on. And then she said, it must suck for God to give you so much and all you can do is sit around and be miserable. No, that's not all she does, Ken. First of all, let's debunk that lie. She does way more than an hour station head out of 24 hours. She does more. So that's not true. Don't make yourself feel better by saying that. We all know that is not true. And I'm just thinking, if it sucks for you to sit around and be miserable, how must it suck for you to carry around your entire life a name that you were given by the woman that you so despise? That has to be the highest level of miserability. There is no such a word. I just made that up. And then she said, every moment you have is centered around your ops. No, it's not. The op actually joined her station head with her fans. That's the difference, okay? And if the ops are there, they are there. Like, it's not anything new. Anybody who's successful, and inspiration will have ops like you. Like, if I were Nicki Minaj, I would also have the time to address my ops too. Because, like, imagine if one of your ops is somebody you literally christened with a name. That's scary stuff. Like, that is scary stuff. And then she said, you don't ever need to feel sorry for me, baby. I feel sorry for your lonely, miserable behind. Imagine being called miserable by Ken Barbie. Imagine Ken Barbie calling Nicki Minaj lonely and miserable. Is that not hilarious, you guys? Honestly, that is very funny in my own opinion. I mean, you can try and get a little clear back and things like that, but misery and lonely behind is not part of it. Like, stop projecting whatever is going on in your camp and putting it on Nicki Minaj, because I've seen that's the trend that they have. If they're going through some financial hiccups in their camp, they will come out gathering fake documents saying that, oh my God, Nicki is so broke. When they are miserable, lonely, and sad, they come out here projecting all of that onto Nicki Minaj. So Ken, relax, bro. Like, seriously. Oh my goodness. At least drop the name, Ken. Okay, call yourself something. Illiterate body or something. Like, make up a name for yourself. Let your new master basically give you a new name. Let your master give you a new name. Why do you have to carry around a name of your old master to your new master that you so claim to be miserable? And it's very painful because everything she said was true. Because in that space, you guys, she also said that a lot of these people that be out there criticizing me and saying all this type of things, when you look at it, there's always a time that they stood in a line to see me. That was a gag. Like when she said that, I was like, oh my goodness. And I guess this is what set Ken Barbie off, because it's the truth. You were once sitting, like standing in a line to see this woman. And now all of a sudden you think you're on the same level. Like, drop the name. Let somebody else use the name. Let an actual Barb use the name. Look for another name. Like I said. But anyway, you guys, let me know what you think about Ken Barbie responding to Nicki Minaj and saying that. That being said, you guys, I think I will insert a couple of snippets of the Nicki Minaj Vogue interview for the benefit of those of you who did not manage to watch it on Vogue, on the Vogue application, and those of you who probably have not bumped into it, on Twitter Spaces. These are gonna be snippets that I found entertaining myself. So I don't think that after I said that I'm gonna be coming back. So that being said, thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. And until my next one, see you.
Have the queen of hip hop, Nicki Minaj. Last year's December cover star, which I have to say personally is one of my favorite covers in recent memory. It is so beautiful. And Minaj is just coming off her Pink Friday 2 tour, which I didn't realize until recently is the highest grossing rap tour by a woman in history. So today, she joins Eva Chen in conversation about breaking records and making them. Nicki Minaj, everyone.
Thank you. Hi, guys. All right, I feel like the queen needs a proper processional, so can we give her another round of applause? Let's do this.
Hi guys, how are you?
I'm gonna hold this bag for you.
Thank you.
I might keep it. It's real cute. You need a hand?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. You're sitting here, unless you prefer to sit here. You prefer? Okay, you have a side?
I wouldn't say that.
All right. I like that.
My nails are coming off.
All right, well, I see a lot of cameras out. I approve of this as someone who works for Instagram. Get the content. Get that vertical content for stories, ma'am. I see you holding the phone sideways. I don't know what you're doing. So you guys, we are so blessed to have Miss Nicki Minaj here.
I'm so blessed to be here. And by the way, thank you guys for being here, if any of you came for me specifically. And if you haven't, I want to just say thank you to Anna, Vogue, everyone, Sergio, and you guys. Let's have some fun.
We're gonna have fun. So Chloe did a great introduction. She shared some of the most amazing stats, and I just want to read them out again because I want to take a moment to acknowledge how impressive they are truly. In 8 months, your world tour visited 16 countries, 26 states, sold out 50 shows. You had almost 800,000 fans, Barbz, and you are the highest-selling female rap tour of all time, period.
Thank you, yes.
And it was the #1 highest-selling female rap tour of all time, period, again. And the #4 highest-selling rap tour of all time, male or female. So I wanted to start by asking, in a year where, well, in a few weeks, hopefully, the future could be female, how does it feel to be the highest-selling female rap tour of all time? How does that feel to you?
Well, I feel very grateful. I have a very close-knit relationship with my fans, and they went very hard for me. So I feel a lot of gratitude. Every night at the shows, it was a different show completely every night because, I do different songs, but just their emotion and passion, it just always does something to me as well. So we made these amazing memories. So it's more, to me, of course, I wasn't expecting to have the highest anything, to be honest. I didn't even know that I was in the running. But even if I didn't have that, I would have been still so grateful, because the time that I spent with the Barbz at these shows, it was healing for me as well. They said it was healing for them, their inner